Mongoose Jake here, and what I have for you today is a quick unboxing, and I will run a chrono test of a blaster I stumbled into just by chance. I was in a store I don't normally go in, which is a local, a Dollar General, not in my local area, but a little bit west of me, outside of the city that I live in, and I noticed they had this blaster here on the shelf, and I wanted to pick it up and add that into my little group of tests that are coming up. And what it kind of reminded me of a bit, which I have my personal one up above me here on my pistol shelf, is a bit of the Nerf Elite Disruptor with its integrated cylinder and the rear prime. Now, it doesn't say that it has slam fire, which of course that is one of the benefits of this, and that's why I have a little harness attachment so I can hook it onto a shoulder strap and prime it single-handedly. It doesn't have that, but what it does come with is a few extra darts, a couple little targets over here, little plastic triangular targets, and you see the range claim over there, 80 feet, which I will test at when there's a nice day. Right now it's sprinkling outside, so that's why I'm at my workbench for the unboxing. But as you see there, that's called a QuickFire 8 for a reason. That's an 8-shot cylinder, which as of right now would be the highest capacity of pistols that at least I'm aware of as far as the cylinder fed ones. I mean, Busby themselves, Busby has, you know, the Champion, which is a pistol, more of a hybrid pistol retaliator type blaster, but it's magazine fed, so you know, sky's the limit there. But as far as cylinder fed pistols, 8 is quite good, as well as an 80-foot range. Now I will go ahead and unbox this thing, get the blaster out, and we'll see how it performs on my new chronograph. Which, if it's pushing up beyond the 70 feet per second mark by a good margin, then it might actually hit that 80-foot range. Because of course their range tests are ideal conditions with an angle under no weather interference, and you know, range tests I've done outside could fall into that category. But we'll get these darts out. I will fire both a couple of their super darts, as they're calling them now. These are the Dart Zone darts. These are not the Adventure Force Dart Zone repackaging of Busby darts. These are the genuine Dart Zone darts that have been around for a while. They have a soft tip, but they're a lot like a Nerf Elite, except the tips are shorter and they do not have the air vent, which, take it or leave it, they're about as good as a Nerf Elite dart, which doesn't necessarily say a lot, but that is about what they're like. Now, what you get with the package is the blaster, the 2 targets, and as you see me dumping out these darts, you get enough darts to fill up the blaster. So 8. Now, I don't honestly know what this is. I guess it's supposed to be a foregrip. Ooh, that does not have an air restrictor. So, note to self, don't dry fire it. No slam fire, didn't advertise it. All it advertised was an auto advance rotating cylinder. Well, let's throw a couple of darts in here and rotate it around. That is a very tight fit. Their own dart is actually struggling to fit in that cylinder, in that barrel of the cylinder right there, I should say. Ooh. I will fire a full cylinder's worth of darts through my chronograph, and we'll see what we get for FPS readings. And I will say, whoa, that is a tight fit. New darts and very tight tolerance on that. I mean, I'm not exaggerating that. If you just try to slam the dart in there, it's going to bend. That is a very, very tight fit. Now again, here's my new chronograph. Get it turned on, set and ready. I'll just call them out. Okay. See there? 88.4. And you see it did actually clip the chronograph, which is a problem with these designs. 68.7. It's a little lower. That clipped it. That's an error. There's another error. That's user error, not device error. $71.5, 70.6, and I'll put a couple more in there. That's me still not quite used to. Each blaster is a little different on your aiming point, and that has a 1-inch opening, so you have to be very careful with your aiming. And if someone were to ask me, if I were asked about it, I may actually recommend going away from this type of chronograph. 70.2, 74.7, 74.3. So that is consistently giving in the low to mid 70s and slightly above the 70 FPS par or average of Nerf Elite. Now the real test is, let me open up my canister of brand new Nerf Elite darts right here, and we'll see what we can do. I've got a jar over here that I keep with brand new Nerf Elite darts. These are brand new, never used, or only fired once in most cases. So I will load in a few Nerf Elite darts, and when I crouch down I can get better aim here on the chronograph. So I'll load in 5 and we'll see what we can do. There's 3, 4, and 5. Now I will say, even the Nerf Elites, they have a pretty snug fit in this thing, and that's not necessarily a bad thing. People brass their breeches on springers often to get a better seal. 67.9, 68.2, 71.5, 70.9, 75.3. So again, it's hitting around 70 or slightly higher. And I haven't even gotten to the best point. If you can find this, $10. That is $10 for the blaster. A couple of neat little targets, which, for the heck of it, let's set those things up and shoot them. Again, that is a snug fit there. Couple neat little targets to see how well they stand up on my wooden workbench here. This is my Nerf bench, so we'll see. So there goes one, and let me scoot back a couple feet. There we go. So you get some reactive targets. So you get the blaster, you get a couple of these neat little targets, and 8 of the Dart Zone darts, which are more or less very similar to the performance of Nerf Elite, if not slightly higher velocity. For that's going to be pretty interesting. I can't wait to put this thing through the test. I may run this as my sidearm here over the next few weeks, and it'll be one of the blasters testing right now. So I'll put it in my use and I'll hand it off. I'll let you know what I think a little more in depth. But hey, $10 for the Dart Zone QuickFire 8 quick shot blaster and a couple targets, few darts. I found this locally through Dollar General, so if I can find a link to it online, I'll put that in the description below. But thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed it, and if you're not subscribed, please do so. I'm growing this channel up, and every single person who subscribes, comments, leaves a thumbs up or a thumbs down, it all helps. Because we all know YouTube's really cracking down on little channels, and I will self-promote here just for this 30 seconds. Because if you can give it any kind of support, that's great. But it's Mongoose Jake with the Dart Zone QuickFire 8 blaster. Hope you enjoyed it.